whether or not it is true that South Africa has recalled its non-essential staff from its embassy in Cairo, and why?
Good morning, Tapi. So yes, it is true. The South African government has recalled all the non-essential staff and their family members from Egypt. This is based on the prevailing security situation on the ground after a thorough assessment of what's obtaining now. We want to emphasize that the security, well-being and safety of our staff members comes ahead of everything else. And we've also advised South Africans, by the way, both who are here considering traveling to Egypt and those who are there, to also get in touch and maintain regular contact with us for updates, so that if they decide to travel to Egypt, it's based on the latest developments on the ground, particularly security matters.
Let's move from the safety considerations to now the political considerations. Do you believe that, given that the AU has suspended Egypt from its membership as a result of the coup, that South Africa should then recall its ambassador to Cairo?
No, you see, the issue of recalling an ambassador or leaving an ambassador there doesn't become the first act in a situation like this, because you must remember, over and above the decision of the African Union, which South Africa supported, by the way, because of the principal issue that we are opposed to unconstitutional changes of government, and what has happened in Egypt is a military coup. Over and above the suspension, the African Union has now put a process in place to send a high-level delegation to go and engage all the role players in Egypt. And South Africa has availed itself to be part of the process to lead Egypt back to constitutional normalcy. Now, that means you've got to remain engaged with the process. So recalling an ambassador robs you of an opportunity to keep engaged with the process with a view to being part of the solution. The minister did say yesterday that if our determination based on development is such that we need to recall our ambassador, we will do that. So it remains an option. But at the moment, there is a process underway to assist the people of Egypt to return that country to constitutional normalcy. And South Africa wants to remain engaged with that process.
At what point would you consider it necessary to recall your ambassador? You say you're assisting, but the minister has been very clear that she believes that Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood were not given enough time to implement the promises made when he took over as leader from Hosni Mubarak.
Yeah, the minister is correct, and that has always been our view, that you can't give a new government 12 months and expect them to deliver on all the promises that they've made ahead of an election. And therefore, that's why our view is that what has taken place in Egypt is a military coup. What the minister did say also is that if our assessment based on developments on the ground is such that we need to recall ambassador, we will do that. So that remains an option. But at the moment, there is a process underway led by the African Union, and all member states of the African Union have a duty to be part of that process, to lead, assist, and help the people of Egypt to return their country to constitutional normalcy. So for now, ambassador remains there, the mission remains open so that we can continue to assist South Africans who are in Egypt, who may require assistance, either to come back home or just to be regularly updated on developments, because we do have a number of South Africans who are either studying in Egypt, some of them are there on business, some of them are working there. So we have a responsibility to continue assisting them.
Thank you very much. Tlhaisa Monyela, International Relations spokesperson, brings the time to